When I think of website sales, I think of them as being the most fundamental of all the things that you can sell to a business. And the reason for that is this: all the services that you sell on an ongoing basis really all stem from the website. If you think about it, selling somebody pay per click, well, pay per click to go where? If you don't have a website, SEO, optimizing what for optimization? There's nothing to go to. When it comes to social media, you have to have a website. Video marketing, on and on, a website. Graphic design, website. It's all based around the website. The website is basically like the hub of the wheel, okay? Everything else is a spoke. The website is right there in the center. And without having sold somebody a site, you can't really sell them much else unless they already have a site. So having said that, website sales has a lot of idiosyncrasies and concerns that are unique to it. Because when you sell somebody a website, it's not like a lot of other services. A lot of services, let's take SEO as an example. SEO, you really have something that guides you from point one, right? From day one, you have a guiding light. That guiding light are the keywords, right? Because you're going to pick keywords that are relevant to the business's vertical, relevant to the business itself. So that's going to guide the entire campaign creation. Also, with a lot of other services like SMS or social media, there's very little to no graphic design necessary. There's very little decision making when it comes to that, because whenever you you enter graphic design into the equation, you're entering something that's subjective into the equation, and that means that the client's opinions are going to become highly relevant, and you can't have as much of a fact-based discussion with them. This leaves room for a lot of need for sway on the part of the consultant to take over and guide things, okay? Because if not, you can run down a road of endless edits. That's why it's really crucial in website sales to take control from minute one, to lead from the front, and to not leave anything up in the air. With a lot of services, you can kind of leave things up in the air. When you sell somebody an SEO campaign, right, you're going to let them know, hey, these are the keywords we're working on. Wait a month and you'll get an analytics report, kind of a thing. Other than the on-page optimization component that has to go into an SEO campaign, it's pretty much, either content-based or it's based on, the various elements. Everything gets decided in basically one sitting, all right, with an SEO campaign. You sit down, you figure out the keywords, you figure out the campaign structure, you meet them again, the client signs off on that, and then you just go and the campaign runs, and a month later you have a meeting and it's analytics to discuss. Not so with web development. With web development, you're going through a process, and we make that process at Rocket Drive really simple for selling websites. But generally speaking, you're going through a process of revisions, edits, a lot of repartee, a lot of back and forth with the client, figuring out exactly what they want, tweaking things, getting them right. And it's a process that you gradually arrive at the conclusion of. And when you arrive at that conclusion, you're very happy to be there. And when you get to that conclusive point, that's when the site's sold and it's done. But it's a process that has along the way so many opportunities to derail itself. And you want to go through that process in a way that puts the client in a position where they're being informed, but they're not being put and empowered to guide the process. Okay, you want them to feel like they're guiding the process, but really you want to maintain control and authority. Because if not, again, you're going to go down the path to edit hell. Not a good place to be. The other thing about website sales is with a lot of services, you don't get as many price shoppers. Of course, you do get price shopping with everything, but with website sales, you get a lot of people who, push back with price issues sometimes, right? That's something that doesn't always occur, but it occurs more often in website sales than with other services because people have either paid a lot more in the past or they paid a lot less. There's almost always a price disparity. And wherever there's a big disparity, there's conversation about why that disparity exists. When the price that you're charging is a lot less than it was in the past, well, the clients are usually pretty happy about that, but they may look at you as though you're less professional. When you're a lot more, they're asking, what more am I getting? The other thing about website sales is that website sales is a one-off sale, yet there's a maintenance component attached to it. A lot of services are almost like purely a maintenance component, or they're something you do once and you don't have any maintenance component. Websites generally blend the two together. You have the construction of the website and the whole design development of the site. And you also have at the other end of it that monthly maintenance charge for maintaining the site, hosting the site, etc. You may additionally have other charges like Rocket Driver partners are able to charge for not just maintaining the site, but for actually doing edits on the site and maintaining it at a higher level than just keeping it going. Other things can be added on to website sales. Website sales are seldom done in a vacuum all by themselves. A lot of the time, and partners that we have in Rocket Driver do this all the time, they sell a website, but they also sell graphic design services right along with it, whether it's logo development or graphic design for spot graphics, or it's other services can be added on to turn websites into bigger money makers. A lot of these things that can be added on are related to the development of the site, but some of them can be related to the business itself, like creating menus for the business, creating new graphics for the business for business cards. All kinds of stuff can spawn off of a good website development process. Now, other idiosyncrasies about web development, I would say, are that number one, you will get referrals if you do a good job. It's very difficult to get referrals from a lot of things, like, for example, it's very difficult to get referrals from SMS marketing, for example, because few people ask a business, hey, who's doing your SMS campaign? They're doing a great job sending me text. They don't get that. People generally get the most referrals out of something visually seen by others to be excellent, right? Websites are there front and center. Everybody's seeing that site. If they're shopping for a website, they may scroll to the bottom and click a little link if it's there that goes to whoever developed the site, right? That's something that you don't see a lot when it comes to SEO campaigns, pay-per-click campaigns, and many, many other services. So website sales have that benefit as well. As far as the sales process goes, it's one of those processes where you have to maintain control. You have to be a consultant. You have to maintain your authority and your focus. And communication is really key with web development, because it's something where you're going to have back and forth with clients. And you don't want to, on the one hand, turn clients into monsters where they're calling you constantly. On the other hand, you don't want to wall clients off where they can't get through to you. So you have to maintain your systems really well, whether it's ticket-based or email-based, or even if it's phone-based, where you have routine engagements with the client to go over the site and keep the process moving forward. Something else to bear in mind about web development is that quite often, the person who delays the site's development is the client themselves. If they have responsibilities like to get you a logo, if they have responsibilities to supply graphics content or written content or anything like that, they're the ones that will typically delay the process. Of all the types of web development you can do that are very difficult, the most difficult of all is taking a broken, destroyed website, a site that was built incorrectly. And we don't do this at all. We just won't engage in this per se, okay? But you might. For example, if you have a broken WordPress site and somebody comes to you and begs you to fix their website because they paid thousands to somebody to develop it and they did a bad job and they want it fixed, going in behind bad developers and cleaning up their work can be much more difficult than simply starting from scratch, which is what we do. If somebody comes to us with a website that's a broken, screwed up mess, we're going to say, look, we cannot fix this. We don't fix it. Rocket Driver doesn't engage in that, but we will recreate the site on our platform and we'll do a really good job of it. But we are not going to go in and fix someone else's broken WordPress code. If you want to learn about what Rocket Driver can do for you as far as web development and learn about our partner program, please browse to our website, www.rocketdriver.com. Subscribe to our channel here. Leave your comments. We'd love to hear from you.